how he missed the cornfields of Indiana. You know, you can only see so much seafood, I guess. In 2021, he ended his military service. As many service members do when they exit the military, they kind of struggle finding, you know, what suits them back in military life. So he kind of went from job to job. He worked at the quarries for a while, and then he found the fit for him. He ended up being a police officer in Cloverdale. And so a life of service really is what he does. So it is with pleasure that we get to present this quilt to Larry Freund. Because he's on duty today. He's on duty today at Cloverdale. Our next veteran is a 23-year military career guy. He joined the United States Army in 1990. Upon completion of his AIT training, he was sent to Baumholder, Germany. He watched the Berlin Wall be taken down. In 1991, he left active duty and joined the National Guard. While in the Guard, he was deployed to Mississippi in support of Hurricane Katrina. In 2004, he went to Charleston Naval Weapons Station to load and unload ships that were coming and going to Iraq. While he was there, he was in charge of Army personnel and maintaining motor T equipment that were destined to Al-Assad Air Base and outpost. In 2011, he retired after 23 years of faithful service. It is with pleasure to present this quilt to Sergeant First Class Mark Foxworth. The next quilt was made by Darla Kleinfelder, and this guy is an absolute trip. But I love him to death. I will tell you that. I met him yesterday, and he is something else. And I'll be brief as possible. Our next veteran joined the United States Army in 1995. He went to boot camp at Fort Sill, and his military occupational specialty was a multiple rocket launch operator. So he was in boot camp, and his drill sergeant says to him, anybody here know how to drive a truck? You know, because most of the guys in his platoon were farm boys. And he raised his hand and says, yeah, I know how to drive a truck. So guess what? Gave him a wheelbarrow. So get out there and start moving that dirt. So, as we all know, what do? Never volunteer, right guys and ladies? So, during his time in the service, he was stationed in Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, Okinawa, and Fort Hood, Texas. He absolutely loved Okinawa, and I think if he had a choice, he would move back to Okinawa, because if you've ever been there, it's an absolutely lovely island. Considering what we went through many years ago for the fight of that island, today it's a very beautiful place. In 1997, he ended his military service. But that's not the end of this guy's story. He's one of these all-in or all-nothing kind of guys. He tried being a heroin addict. It didn't work for him. Okay? He decided, this isn't really what I want to do in my life. And he kicked it. He found that Jesus Christ was the answer. And as a Christian, we all know that that's the way to live. And God's people say what? Amen. Amen. He's now a ordained minister. And then, of course, he's one of these rare guys.